Hey guys, I'm back. First off, a little apology. I haven't been uploading any videos lately. I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks. I don't really have an excuse. I just haven't had time to do any. I hope everybody had a great Halloween. I did. I just kind of sat inside and watched a whole bunch of movies, which we're going to go over. But yeah, I mean, last weekend I ended up going to a star party. For those who don't know, a star party is when a whole bunch of amateur astronomers get together in this dark field and look at the stars and the planets. They do it was all night. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good food, a lot of very big and expensive telescopes. So if you're into that kind of thing, I suggest going and looking for a local astronomy club and doing that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to do that again. But yeah, let's get on to the movies. The first thing I watched was Sam Raimi's Drag Me to Hell. I know a lot of people, I guess it's kind of hit or miss for a lot of people, but I think generally a lot of people find this very good. I found it really good. I thought it was a nice kind of a throwback to his Evil Dead films. The ending, I'm not going to spoil anything. You saw it coming a mile away, and I was kind of a little disappointed. I wish they would do something a little different towards the end, but it was a lot of fun. The woman who played the witch was creepy. The brawl in the parking lot was awesome. Lots of vomit and gory goodness. But yeah, Drag Me to Hell, awesome, recommend it. The next thing I watched was Pieces. This is released by Grindhouse Releasing. Awesome edition, by the way, just to show it off. 2-disc insert. There's some gory boobies underneath the insert, so I can't kind of show that. But yeah, 2-disc, loads of extras. Awesome. Spanish slasher movie from the 80s. Very gory, chainsaws, stabbings, pig carcasses, and all that good stuff. If you're a fan of slasher movies, you owe yourself to watch Pieces. But then again, if you're watching my channel, you're probably already a horror fan, so you've already seen Pieces. So yeah, good, bad, what you think? Go ahead and leave me a comment below. So I went to Kmart and I saw these $5 bins. They had this Midnight Horror Collection 8-packs. So I watched Evil Bong. This is a Full Moon Charles Band movie about some stoners who come across a killer bong, get it? A very weird movie. I was kind of sad about the print. It was actually non-anamorphic. But it was widescreen, just not anamorphic. You know, they crammed 4 or 5 movies on one disc, bad bit rate. But Evil Bong as a movie was kind of fun. It was just kind of weird, like, you know, when the killer bong kind of stole their souls, they kind of went to a strip club, I guess at like Purgatory. Not that bad of a purgatory, I think. But Evil Bong, good for a stoner movie. It's so good that I think they actually made 3 of them, because I know I have the second one. I haven't watched it yet, but they also just released a 3rd one. So Evil Bong, I had fun with it. Recommended, kind of. The next thing I watched was Demons 3: The Ogre. This is released by Shriek Show, directed by Lamberto Bava, who also did the first 2 Demons movies. The first 2 Demon movies are awesome. If you've never seen them, go watch them. 80s awesomeness. You'll love it. Demons 3: The Ogre, not really a Demons movie. I'm not sure why they call it Demons 3. It actually has nothing to do with demons. I'm guessing they threw it on there just to kind of sell more tickets. If you watch the beginning of the movie, the title crawl actually just says that the movie is called The Ogre. So I'm guessing they add it later. I don't know. The movie itself, kind of boring. Kind of whimsical, fairy tale-like, but just not that interesting. The Ogre you only see for, I don't know, like a handful of moments during the entire movie. He's there towards the end. It just makes no sense. It's boring. Big fail, so just pass on it. I finally watched Lake Placid 3. This is the unrated DVD cut. It was bad. Just bad. The next thing I watched was Dark Ride. This is part of After Dark Horror Fest. 8 films to die for. Slasher movie set in like theme park attraction. A whole bunch of kids getting killed by a killer who, you know, was in an insane asylum, then escaped, came back, killed. You know, typical slasher movie. It was nicely executed and all that. So if you're a fan of slasher movies, you'll like it. It just didn't really do that much for me. Some of the kills are okay, but overall, you know, it was just an okay movie. So I'm gonna give it an average. And finally, I wrapped up Halloween watching Nightmare on Elm Street Parts 2 and 3 on Blu-ray. The transfers to me looked really good. I mean, I wasn't expecting much because, you know, this is the second and third movie. But they were actually really good. I'm hoping they release the other ones on Blu-ray. Just because I like Nightmare on Elm Street. But the films themselves, so let's start with Freddy's Revenge. This is the second movie. It was okay. Not the greatest. It's not as bad as everybody gives it. My biggest peeve with it is they kind of break Freddy canon. Freddy comes out into the real world and starts killing people, but Freddy's only supposed to kill people in his dreams. There's also a lot of homoerotic intention, feeling, lyrics, and I don't know. Apparently the writer kind of threw it in there. But overall, the second movie's not bad, but not the greatest. Then I watched the third one. Third one's phenomenal, by the way, The Dream Warriors. Typical Freddy movie, lots of fun. Welcome to primetime, bitch, slams her head into the TV. A lot of people know what those are. If you've never seen Dream Warriors, I recommend it. I actually really like that one. The woman, Heather Langenkamp, the one in the first movie, comes back to the third one. I don't know. She's a terrible actress in the third movie. I just cringe anytime she delivers a line. But Dream Warriors, definitely recommended. The second one, kind of recommend it if you're a fan. The Blu-ray is awesome. 2 movies on 1 disc. So, yeah, I paid $10 for it. Totally worth it. And then probably a little more. Non-horror related I watched was Team America World Police. This is from the guys who made South Park. Kind of a marionette puppet movie. Kind of like a musical. There's musical parts to it. Very almost like the South Park movie. I found this more hysterical than I think I should have. Everybody has AIDS, kind of the ripoff of Rent. I thought that was funny. The America Fuck Yeah song is awesome. You hear that everywhere now. So Team America World Police, recommended. It's awesome. It's not a horror movie. I understand that, but still recommended because it's awesome. And that's everything that I watched for Halloween. I hope everybody else had some really good time watching some really good horror movies. If you watch anything interesting, just go ahead and leave me a comment below, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.